I know as you're looking at your P&Ls every week, one of the hardest numbers to grapple with is loss to theft. And one of the solutions more suppliers are turning to is source tagging merchandise. We're going to take a very deep dive into this with my next guest, who is Chief Customer Officer for Tyco Retail Solutions, Mr. Tony D'Onofrio. I'm so glad you're here, Tony. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Really a great pleasure to be here.
Let's start with the history a little bit. Tell me a little bit of the background behind source tagging merchandise.
Well, source tagging has been around for a few years, but actually has taken off even more in the for the last 6 years. And really the process is attacking a key problem of shrink. Retailers lose about $123 billion to shrink, 75% of which is to customers and employees. And the source tagging is really one of those key technologies that attacks the product at the source, at the product itself. So at the point of manufacture, we attack the solution by inserting a label, and we've been doing that very, very successfully. Over 60 billion products have been source protected over the years, and we had about 4 billion products per year.
Now, for suppliers that are not familiar with the physical process, what goes into source tagging one of their products?
Well, there's two types of source tagging. There is label source tagging. So at the point of manufacture, we insert a security label inside the product itself, and it's seamless to the product. It can go in the packaging. It can actually go inside the product itself at the point of manufacture. One of the hottest growing areas has actually been in apparel. And in the apparel space, we actually attach a hard tag to the actual product, and it gets shipped to the store, shelf ready to be installed.
As you're working with clients, what are some of the big categories that we really need to pay attention to?
It varies. For the hard goods retailer, it's typical products such as over-the-counter products such as razor blades. It's also color cosmetics. It's also things like ink cartridges, batteries, those types of things. But an unusual one that people don't think about is meat. We actually source protect meat and insert security labels and security solutions into meat product, not in the meat itself, actually on the packaging. So you're not eating one of our labels, but in the packaging. But it's a key solution to actually, again, attack the problem of shrink.
You mentioned the labels there very briefly, and as I was reading about some of the source tagging, I saw that putting these labels on there to sort of deter the would-be shoplifters had some success. What have you seen?
Well, actually, that's one of our layers of our entire solution. In the last several years, we've evolved into a service model. And this service model involves actually doing detailed analysis of the problems inside of stores in terms of shrink. And then through that analysis, coming up with metrics to measure how we're doing in terms of performance and making sure that the highest shrink items are well protected and optimized for the actual buying process for the consumer. The layer that you're describing in terms of the graphic and the packaging is an important layer because it reminds the consumer, yes, this is a nice product for you to buy, but you should not steal it because we are watching with our systems.
And really quick, what are some of the success stories that you've seen from being able to source tag products for your clients?
Lots of great success stories from around the world, but really they're centered around three things, which are sales typically goes up, shrink goes down, and we take our labor out of the store. And we've seen anywhere from 6% to 20% sales uplift on certain products, and anywhere from 30% to 70% down in terms of shrink on different products. And we've done this in lots of different stores around the world. And through this metrics service model, we're actually able to measure and optimize and deliver these types of results.
All right, Tony, so great to have you here. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Pleasure to be here.